Hello guys, I'm the Kegman. Welcome to Kegman Plays and welcome to our newest save here in Austria with FC Blau Weiss Linz. Yes, we have started a new save over on Twitch. I'm going to do the same thing I've done on Ipswich, give you updates on here, hopefully get you guys involved in the save live, and yeah, just keep things rolling, So, a little bit of background about why we chose Blau Weiss Linz. So some of you may remember last year I did a European journey. We called it a pub crawl over on Twitch. And at one point in that particular save, we ended up going to FC Blau Weiss Linz. Now, we had 2 seasons there. Our first season, we got promotion from the Bundesliga 2, or the Austrian First Division, as I think it's called in-game. Got promotion from there, got ourselves into the Austrian Bundesliga, and we ended up winning the Austrian Bundesliga. I think we won it. We got into Europe, basically. And then I left. I went to FC Servette in Switzerland. So I got a lot of stick from chat at the time about leaving Blau Weiss, because obviously we had European football. Just fair enough. I don't understand why I left either. So we've got unfinished business here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be getting on with FC Blau Weiss Linz, hopefully resolving the issue. The issue being that we've not won anything in Europe. We didn't even attempt to go into Europe, basically. So we're going to try and get that sorted out. The overall plan of this save is to build Linz up. We need to get promotion first. To build Linz up into a team that are dominant in Austria and hopefully either win Europa League, which is the most realistic, or win the Champions League, most wanted. If we can get the Champions League, then fantastic. I will take Europa League, but we want to become dominant in Austria as well. We did start the save last night, so you guys obviously are getting this a day late. And we've got a few games in. Now, I've done a couple of things away from camera, and I wanted to get us into a point where we could enjoy this save on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So I'm actually going to start playing the odd game on here as well. My editing skills aren't fantastic, as if you're a regular on this channel, you are well aware my editing skills aren't fantastic. It's something I want to work on. I am looking at getting a intro soon. I've been looking at a couple of things, an actual proper intro, a decent one, and yeah, we'll get into that at some point. But let's talk about the club. Let's talk about the club. So, FC Blau Weiss Linz. Let's talk about our manager first. Here is our manager, Mr. of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, I went with Arnold Schwarzenegger because we're in Austria. We normally take suggestions about who the manager's going to be on Twitch. The problem with Austria is they only really get 2 suggestions, one being Adolf Hitler and the other being, of course, Josef Fritzl. But we are Arnold Schwarzenegger. We've made him 19 at 20. Here's the wonderful picture of Arnie. There he is, screaming gloriously. And we're looking okay. I've min-maxed his attributes a little bit. I always do with my managers. It's just a thing I like to do. So we've got ourselves in a good position. We are a Continental Pro. That is what the suggested license was for this level. And yeah, we're looking quite good. Speak German fluently, English fluently, and our current win percentage is 75%. So we're starting out very, very strong. We've played 8 games, we've won 6, drawn 1, lost 1. We had no money at the club. Well, we had just under £2 million in the finances, as you can see here, but I actually had no transfer budget. I've just recently asked for some money to be given to me so we can make some transfers. They've agreed. Wonderful stuff. Transfer window's closed. But I've got some transfer budget to work with. Interesting thing about the league, we'll talk the league in a second. Let's have a look at the schedule. So we started our first game with a fine 5-0 win in the Austrian FA Cup against Stadl Para. Stadl Para are not a big team. Dornbirn we won 1-0 against. We drew with Lafnitz 1-0. We beat Young Violets. So Young Violets, Austria Vienna's youth team, or reserve team, we beat them wonderfully 3-1. We beat Floresdorf for 3-0. We then went to Liefering, who are RB Salzburg's feeder team, and we beat them 3-0. We lost to SV Ried in a game that, well, I don't know, we kind of collapsed. SV Ried are probably the strongest team in this league, but we're going to build up to them and hopefully do really well. We then beat Kapfenberger 3-0. going to be taking on FC Juniors next. FC Juniors are LASK Linz's feeder team. That's something we're going to look at in a second here as well. Okay, let's look at the Austrian First Division. So, if we read the top, we have a game in hand. We've obviously got better goal difference. So if we win our game here against Juniors, we will go top of the league. Now, there are several teams that cannot be promoted. I'm going to look in the rules here. As you can see here, Young Violence, FC Liefering and FC Juniors are ineligible for promotion. Now, they can win the league, but they cannot get promotion. Very much like the Kerkenkampion in the Netherlands. So there are a couple of young teams in there, like Young Ajax, Young PSV, Young Utrecht. I think there's a Young Feyenoord team as well. They cannot get promoted, so you can actually finish 5th and get promotion. Similar sort of situation here. Actually a lot more complicated than the Netherlands, but we won't go into that. That's a whole tin of worms. But yeah, we can finish 4th as long as those 3 teams finish ahead of us and still get promoted. We won't have won the league, but we will get. We're a little bit more limited on this particular save. We're only allowed a maximum of 7 foreign players whilst we're in this league, which means that from a squad of 99 players, effectively less than 7% of them be Austrian. Changes slightly when we get to the Premier League or the Austrian Bundesliga, in that you can only have 7 non-EU players, but you can have as many non-Austrian players as you want other than that. So when we get promoted, if we get promoted, it will become that little bit easier. Similar sort of rules everywhere else. 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, goal difference from goal scored are the league sorting rules. It's very, very simple outside of those. Only allowed a maximum of 6 players a year on loan as well. Talking transfers real quick. So we've not brought many people in. We did remove a load of players. We haven't sold many. We sold this guy, we sold this guy. The rest of them have all gone on the free. So how things work in Austria is that you've got, we're a professional team. League rules state that you have to pay at least £300 a week to a player. So all of these players here, all of them are useless. All of these guys here are useless. So we wanted to get rid of them to free up quite a bit in the way of wages, actually bring in players that can make a difference, which we've done. There's also quite a lot of foreign players in there. So I think there was 13 foreign players when we got to the team. We've removed a load of them as well and brought some of our own in. So let's start at point number 1. He brought in Nico Williams on loan from Liverpool. He's very good for this level. The determination's free though, which really upsets me, but he's very good for this level. Now he'll be here on loan until next season. Hopefully we're going to be able to bring in our own better right wing back, but I needed a right wing back for the team I play. I then rated Liverpool again, Adam Lewis. Now Adam Lewis is someone I would like to maintain for a while. We'll offer him a renewed loan in January. I think he could be a very good player to develop. He could also be a very good player for us to sign. Estimate cost 150. We could probably afford that, so I wouldn't mind getting him in on a permanent. I think good. I then brought in Nabil Douazi on loan from City. Kind of regret this, at the same time kind of don't. He's actually banging them in, having scored 6 in 7, so I kind of regret it, kind of don't. I feel like I could have got better for less, but I'm happy anyway. Corbinian Bischoff we got on a free transfer, a new gen, like really early door new gen, Austrian. I don't know if he's going to be any good, but he's here now. Then got Enzo Baranakea on loan from Juve. Now he's playing kind of out of position, I'll explain this in a moment. But a good, solid, young midfielder there. I then brought Filip Malikček in on a free, so I need an Austrian midfielder. He's not amazing, but he is free, and he's got a little bit of potential. I don't think he'll ever reach it. And finally, on deadline day, on a free, I brought in Andreas Bredal. 16 years old, he looks like fuck all, I'm aware of that, but he's 16 years old, 5-star potential. I think he might be okay, at least for a couple of years. If we can develop him, give him game time, he might be okay. Worst case scenario, we got him on a free, we'll be able to sell him on for profit. That's worst case scenario. This is the tactic we're using. A wonderful, wonderful tactic. I love tactics like this. So, the idea behind this tactic is that the advanced playmaker and the regista are going to be pinging balls forward to either the wing backs who are running up the sides, or to the ball winning midfielder, or to the other regista, or so on and so forth. Basically, it's about pushing forward, getting balls where they need to be, and then being able to cover in defence where we need to be. Hence why there's a regista as opposed to a third centre mid. Tersh is quality as a regista. Absolutely quality as a regista. Duizzi and Frerschel are doing very well as well. Let's have a quick look at Frerschel, just to point out him. This is our supposed star striker. 31-year-old on 2.2k a week, which is a lot of money for him. He's only scored 2, but he's had 2 assists. 7. And as a pressing forward, that's not bad. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with the squad. The only downside is now Lewis is injured for this game, but we're going to be playing in a moment for 5 weeks, actually. So not just for this game. But yeah, we've got ourselves a fairly decent team. I like this tactic that's working. Very, very simple at the moment. Not too much in the way of instructions, but it, in the words of Todd Howard, just works. But let's get into a game. We're going to have to drop Adam Lewis for Edok Palor. Edok Palor is quality, by the way. And I'm going to bring in Messing forward. Now, I've got a couple of players here on trial we're going to look to sign, potentially. They will take up foreign player slots. We have Florentin Pogba, who I think is going to be an excellent centre back if we manage to get him in. And ex-Arsenal striker Eduardo, who again I'd like to get in, but his physicals are something I'm going to have to look at. We'll make decisions when we make decisions. If you guys want to make a comment below about whether or not we should sign those players and then move on other players in order to accommodate, then do let me know. Also, while I've got you here, subscribe to me on Twitch. Not subscribe to me on Twitch, subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter as well. There are links down below, including my Discord. Let's get into this game, and I will hopefully not talk too much so that we can actually maybe do some editing. I don't leave myself time to breathe, and I'm talking over when I should be editing. So, as you can see, juniors are rocking a fairly defensive tactic as well. They've got 4 at the back, 2 DMs, and then a 3 across the mid. Fairly flat 3 across the mid, actually. Because they are LASK Linz's reserve team, I'm expecting them to do quite well. But I'm feeling confident. Only SV Reed have done anything to us. They're the only team to have given us a bit of a dent. They found a chink in our armour, you know. It's fine. Start out. Dartler's injured already. We've had 1 shot and 1 on target, 2 and 1 on target. So I'm probably going to keep an eye on how the analysis works. Right, Baron Akea for Tersh. Third guy. 7 long shots, this man. 7 long shots. At the end of the video, I'm gonna remember to add the goal that he scored, the ridiculous goal that he scored just a couple of games ago. I'll put it at the end of the video as things fade out. But he has got 7 long shots, and that's what he can do. Hell of a player, hell of a player. Never let him go. He's only 22, I think, as well, or 23. Edok Palor, the man who stepped up for Adam Lewis. Finds Tersh. There is Turguy again. Baron Akea. Great ball through. Great finish from Edok Palor. Really, really beautifully worked goal. Really beautifully worked goal. That was stunning. All started off here as well. I want to see that again. That was gorgeous. Look at the movement of Edok Palor here. So he finds himself with a bit of a gap. He's already running into this gap. Here he goes. Wonderful stuff. Honestly, I don't know what the defence was doing. They were asleep. That is a great finish. Mind a bit more. 4 and 3. I don't think I'm that concerned at the moment. Anyway, I mean, I'm not that concerned at the moment. Things might change shortly, as they can do in FM and in football. But yeah, so far, so good. Williams, Baron Akea, this Turguy, the danger man. Edok Palor. Terrible effort. Why not? Why even try? Mitrovic looks to play the most negative pass I've ever seen. There's Horner. Grassiger. There's Tersh to find Williams. Nico Williams short ball to Tuazy, and it is 3-0. I'm really enjoying this tactic. Really enjoying this tactic. And I'll be honest with you, we hodgepodged it together on screen. I had a rough idea of shape that I wanted to use. we kind of hodgepodge this on stream, and seems to be working very, very nicely. Other than the SV Reed game, it does seem to be working very, very nicely indeed. Williams, Baron Akea. It was better than nothing. It was better than nothing. It was an attempt, I guess. It was an attempt. But we are winning 3-0. It's going to go to 3-1 in a second. Oh, lovely. No, I'm very happy with the shape. I'm very happy with the shape. I'm very happy with the tactic. Of course, if you guys want me to make this tactic available to you, do let me know in the comments below. I'll try to make it available if you want it. And yeah, it's not really fully tested yet. That's my only caveat. I've only tried it, I mean, with this team in this league. I've not tried it with anyone else. I think it's got legs though. I'm doing this without certain players. I'm doing this without a certain quality of player. So I don't have anyone who can actually play Regista, for example. And yeah, it'd be useful once you get someone who can play Regista. I reckon this will be much better. I think he's offside. Not offside. Oh no, he is disallowed. There we go. I'm not too concerned about that. We've been all over him though. You got Pilor to Mitrovic. We have been all over him. Long ball forward from Mitrovic. That's too easy. Great ball from here. Lovely stuff. That is 4-0. So, we are, like I say, the biggest rivals to Blau Weiss, or the biggest local team, is probably LASK Linz. And we are destroying their reserve team 4-0. I think we can take some positive notes from that. I don't know the quality of their players, because obviously we can't see the quality of their players. I'm not scouting them. But I think like Pugatet's there, the 36-year-old. He looks quite good. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we can take a lot from this game and our advantage. Fröschel, I'm going to drop for Philippe. Actually, I'm going to drop him for Poma. Just to get some fresh legs out there. I'll probably drop Turgay in a bit for. If we switch Turgay and Poma around, then bring on Oliver Philippe. I'll make all 3 subs early on. Which is very unlike me. Very unlike me, but there we are. Then it's always going to happen eventually. It's always going to happen eventually. Not too many fans celebrating this goal here. Flavio Cristobal. But I'm honest with you, it's fine. Us conceding a goal is fine. Financially, it's very, very useful. It means that we don't have to pay as much in the way of clean sheets. And there is Martin Kruzriegler scoring another goal to make it 5. And that is very, very good indeed. On here, demand more again. I think that's not too bad. All over him, 16-9 compared to 10-3. All of the possession, most of the chances, 2 clear cut, 2 half chances, and not brilliant, but still pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I'm very happy. I was very concerned about this game going forward because it is LASK Linz's reserve team. So I was expecting them to have a bit more about them. But, very nice. And that does take us top of the league. Now, we've got another 22 games to play. Most of those are going to be on Twitch. I'd like to see you over there. Like I say earlier on, do follow me over on Twitch. There'll be links to stuff down below. But that's going to be the end of today's episode. Went on a lot longer because we played the game. Anyway, obviously stay safe. Hopefully see you over on Twitch. Enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe. All that jazz. Here when I see you. Goodbye.